Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresko. We had a quick-moving squall move through western Massachusetts. Some saw snow, others saw rain. Because of that, especially in Berkshire County, as we bring in Brian Lapis, we have some traffic problems.
We do. The Pike westbound has apparently multiple tractor trailers that have jackknife in the neighborhood of Otis, which is actually the highest point on the Pike. And you can see here that we've got the alert indicators here on the map. So, in fact, the Pike may be temporarily closed here westbound in the neighborhood of Otis and Lee. So give yourself some extra time if you're heading west on the Pike here over the next hour or so. Admittedly, we haven't gotten an update from the Mass DOT in about an hour on this situation, but regardless, more than likely some glazed roadways here on the Mass Pike, and there have been scattered snow squalls up and down the valley. So drive carefully here. Otherwise, I-91 seems to be in good shape. There is a little bit of a slowdown at 291 where it merges with the Mass Pike, but otherwise things seem to be fine. East of the river on the Mass Pike is also looking good. Let's take a look at the clouds and radar now. Clouds and radar over the last 3 hours, and you can see there's that batch of snow showers and then a secondary batch of snow showers. And I would say through about 5 o'clock, we still have the chance for some scattered snow showers and possibly even a snow squall. So be ready for that if you're driving. We've also got wind that has already been picking up here this afternoon. A wind advisory in effect until 10 o'clock for all of western Massachusetts with wind gusts that could approach 50 miles per hour. These are the sustained wind speeds right now. So the more or less constant wind speeds, 20 miles per hour, 22 miles per hour, Springfield, 26 miles per hour, North Adams, 29 miles per hour in Pittsfield. The good news is that the air dries out here tonight, and eventually the wind calms down and we get a little break from any inconvenient weather tomorrow. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
A man who lived in South Deerfield was arrested on Monday in Washington, D.C. after police say he was armed and threatening to kill some of President Trump's cabinet members. 24-year-old Ryan Michael English allegedly told police that he traveled from Massachusetts to D.C. intending to kill Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and the Treasury Secretary. He also intended to burn down the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank. He was detained and searched by Capitol Police. They found a folding knife, 2 firebombs, and a lighter. They also found materials for making a homemade explosive device in his car. The Trump administration has rescinded an order that attempted to freeze most federal aid spending just 1 day after it was issued. A memo that was sent out yesterday directed federal agencies to temporarily pause payments of loans and grants. The order had sparked lawsuits from over 20 states, including Massachusetts, against the administration. The White House press says while the freeze was rescinded, the use of federal funds still remains under review. Cooley Dickinson Hospital has found a new president and chief operating officer. Kevin Whitney of Southampton has been selected to oversee hospital operations. Whitney is the current Vice President of Community Operations for the Mass General Brigham Community Division. He has also served as the interim Vice President, Patient Care Services, and Chief Nursing Officer for Cooley Dickinson. The results are in for Tuesday's special election in Holyoke. Voters in the city have supported changing the charter to make the treasurer an appointed position. This means the current elected treasurer will remain in that position for the remainder of his term before the position opens to applicants. There were more than 840 ballots cast. 572 were in favor of changing the charter. A relatively mild afternoon, Brian. Now with those squall lines coming through, things have cooled down. Yeah, that's the leading edge of some cooler air here for tomorrow. And watch out with the scattered snow squalls. There could be some icy surfaces here this evening. Let's take a look at the 22 News Storm Team Skycast. Through about 5 o'clock, we expect the chance for some more scattered snow showers or snow squalls. But then after 5 o'clock, the drying and the clearing. Notice we're mostly clear here at 7 p.m. and then there'll be a few clouds around. I'm calling it
scattered clouds and breezy through midnight or so, and then after midnight the wind starts to diminish. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be in the teens we expect here early tomorrow morning, maybe some single digits as well. I believe I'm forecasting a low of 8 to 14 degrees for tomorrow morning. Sunshine at noontime and then some scattered clouds, a little breezy here out of the west at around 5 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon, but it's a dry day. We have some rain, snow, and sleet to deal with for Friday. We'll show you on 22 News at 5.
Disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein will face retrial on rape charges in April. This comes after his 2020 conviction on sexual assault charges involving 2 women. That was overturned on appeal. The judge has set a retrial date April 15th. The 72-year-old will also be tried on a new sexual assault charge involving a woman who was not in the original case. President Trump's pick to lead Health and Human Services took questions in his confirmation hearing today. In his opening statements, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. called the health of Americans, quote, grievous. Now, Kennedy also addressed the perception that he is opposed to vaccines, calling and telling committee members that he is not, quote, anti-vaccine or anti-industry. RFK Jr. is seen as one of Trump's more controversial nominees. However, no Republicans have said that they plan to vote against him. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, the avian flu continues to pop up in bird populations across Massachusetts. We'll have an updated advisory from the state health officials on these recent cases and how you can stay safe. And National Assessment of Educational Progress scores were released for Massachusetts. What Governor Maura Healey has to say about the status of education in our state. Brian.
All right, multiple tractor trailers jackknife westbound on the Pike. At the very least, going is very slow here on the Pike westbound. The Pike was reported to be closed about an hour ago. We have not gotten an update from Mass DOT, so if you're planning on heading west on the Pike here over the next hour or so, plan on it taking you significantly longer than usual because of the scattered snow showers. Otherwise, I-91 is looking pretty good, and the Pike east of the Connecticut River also looking fine as well. We'll talk about our chances for more snow squalls and some more weather, wintry weather toward the end of the week on 22 News at 5.
And we, of course, have the latest updates on our website, wwlp.com, and on the free 22 News app.